Hey guys, this week from Ken Smith Fishing, Bass Champs practice on Toledo Bend. Stick around. I'm not saying that's calling your shot, but
Full sack of fish right there. 20.
oh. Big fish, Mike. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that new video. I just pulled that together. I was doing a little bit of a highlight reel. Tell me if you enjoyed it or not. If it's too long, tell me. It's about a minute. It may need to be a little shorter, so appreciate all you guys' feedback on that. So went to Toledo Bend this weekend, fished all day Saturday, fished a full day Saturday, pretty much dead calm. Water temp in the mid 50s all the way up to, we saw 61-degree water temp at the end of the day. Took Brian O'Connor, a buddy of mine, the Aggie you've seen, me and his son Reed go at it a little bit over the years. He is also known as One Pole because for years he had one power pole, so he is Chief One Pole. But we went out on Toledo Bend, pulled up to Main Lake Point right off the bat, and he put this on me. Ooh. Come up front and bring him in.
Okay. Okay. Oh, Lordy.
The One Pole has put a big one on me.
Well, he hadn't yet.
First fish of the day.
Just keep settling down, honey.
What you got there?
What on earth has he done? 5-pounder. Wouldn't mind getting a weight on it.
It's a little bigger than that.
Yeah, it might be. All right.
I'm gonna say it's 6 1/4.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a healthy fish. Come on. Okay. 6-7.
Yep.
6-7. Well, all right. Ain't no fish in Toledo Bend.
No.
I'll let that little girl go swimming.
So we just pulled up. This is our first spot. Is that your first cast?
About third.
Third cast. 6 1/2 in the boat. So maybe there are some fish in Toledo Bend, and you don't have to go out there and chase them with a spoon. Famous last words.
Yeah, exactly.
So really nice fish to start the day. We sort of banged around all day, and we caught several fish. So let me just kind of take you through the fish we caught here.
Yeah.
So I caught that little fish on a drop shot. Brian lost a fish on a swim bait, and then I had a couple of more bites on a Carolina rig that I did not catch kind of on purpose. And then it seemed like we caught one more fish throughout the day, and I'll stick it in right here. I can't remember now what it was.
It's a decent fish, I think. Yeah. 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 Kentucky? What a fat little son of a gun. It would keep, boy, it would weigh real well for a midget. It's a politically incorrect term. Short person.
So I had just got bit. We threw back in there, and I decided to get hung up to let Brian catch a fish. That's the kind of guy I am.
What a guy.
Even though I'm not a guide, I understand how this is supposed to work. We idled across the spot, and we were just kind of idling around on a point,
And I think we found an old pond dam. And it has got all kind of trash on top of it.
But we had basically, throughout the day, we had 4 keepers. Probably had another 3 or 4 bites. On one particular spot, I feel like I might be able to catch some fish on that spot, but not real excited. Yesterday, there was a tournament on Toledo Bend. It took, I heard 25 pounds to win, but only 15 pounds for second. Today is the Keith's Tackle Shop. Got a tournament going on over there, and it is hammer time. I mean, every big name fisherman on Toledo Bend is fishing that tournament. I only think they had 40 or 50 entries. And Brian said, "Why are there so few entries?" And I said, "Look who's fishing." So I'll be real curious. Matter of fact, I'll post the results right here once I find out who won that, or at least knowing the numbers, you know, how they caught them over there. I suspect they caught them pretty good, even though the wind's howling out of the south today. I got back out this morning for a little while and spent a little bit of time running around. Didn't fish a lot. I was mostly just looking at stuff, but I did catch one really solid 2 3/4 pound fish on a Carolina rig right here. Good morning, it's Sunday morning. I slipped over here to Toledo again. And continuing my drag fest. Keep this stuff good. That whomped it. Give it to me. I idled over this spot and there was a bunch of fish on it. There's a big school of them. It's about my 4th or 5th cast on it. First cast I got hung up. But there's a group of fish here. We'll see if we can get them any size to them. Just a little fat 14.5 incher. I went and grabbed it and ran with it, which usually, to me, that's just me, that indicates that there's a group of them there. I think a lot of times when those fish grab it and run, they're running away from their buddies, but I could be completely full of hooey. Let's find out. Let's throw in there and see if one was. Nice chunky fish right there. Nice chunky fish. Rattle it too. Going down. Look how healthy that fish is. I mean, just chunkster. Fish weigh 2 3/4. Pretty fish. Pretty fish. Bonk. Just up here on a flat. That fish just up here. Boat sitting in about 16 feet of water. I think that fish was probably 12 feet deep. Just a pre-spawner up here thinking about it. And again, I shook off another bite there, and then there's a bunch of fish up on this, there's a bunch of bait up on this shallow flat, and I just kind of rolled across there with an A-rig, and I caught one little old non-keeper Kentucky, but I think the conditions are right for those fish to be up there. I got to do a short day because it's a long day for us to get home on Sunday night from Toledo Bend back to world headquarters here in Zavala all the way back to Dallas. But it's interesting. For only having got as few bites as I got, I actually feel pretty good about Bass Champs. I might fish it by myself. Kevin, as you guys know, won the first BFL, so he's got to try to win Angler of the Year. I told him, I said, you got to fish that. So I'll fish the Bass Champs by myself. Look forward to seeing you guys over there, and hope I can at least salvage a little check out of it for us, or the points, but hopefully at least a little check. So we'll go back over there this next week and bang around some more, and I'll get y'all footage of all that. The high school tournament on Rayburn this weekend was pretty tough, it looked like. I think 17, 19 pounds won. There just wasn't a lot of big stringers caught. There was a little bit of wind over here yesterday, which was weird because Toledo was pretty slick, being that close together, but several guys commented on the wind on Rayburn, and they didn't catch them real good. So I think Rayburn's fishing pretty tough. I heard there were over 500 high school teams in that tournament and the Anglers Quest tournament going on, and there's an Anglers Quest here today. So the lake continues to just get hammered with just tons of tournament boats on the lake. Okay guys, so as I ran across the bottom earlier, Bass Champs is Saturday on Toledo Bend. That's where I'll be fishing. There's another tournament on Rayburn Sunday or Saturday as well, but I'll be at Bass Champs. You shouldn't put a tournament up against Bass Champs. And then on Sunday, Sweet 16, Outlaw Outdoors Sweet 16. This is the second or third one on Sam Rayburn. Great format. You catch 16 pounds, you get a check. Doesn't matter what everybody else catches. So come fish with us at Outlaw Outdoors on Sunday on Sam Rayburn. We'll be fishing that as well, so look forward to seeing you there. Now, we had talked, or I had asked you guys for a comment on one of my videos earlier about what you're watching. And this all spun out of our college tournament where we asked the kids as they went across the stage what they were watching. And we asked them if you had recorded on your DVR Bassmaster tournament, an Elite Series tournament, an FLW tournament, a Major League Fishing tournament, which would you watch first? Now, I had about 190 guys respond to me. I actually had about 220, but a lot of them didn't respond with an answer that fit in here. You know, I don't watch any of them, or I don't watch TV or different things like that. But there's some odd things about numbers before I go into the numbers here. So if you've never heard of a math problem called the birthday paradox, the birthday paradox asks how many people have to be in a room for there to be a 50-50 likelihood that two of you share a birthday. And you think 365 days, it would probably have to be a whole lot of people. And in fact, it's 23 people. So if there's 23 people in a room, there's a 50-50 chance you share a birthday with somebody else in that room. But the numbers get even more interesting as you work through this math problem, in that if there are 75 people in the room, there's a 99.9% chance that two of you will have the same birthday. So this is something along the same lines that pollsters use. So when we see, for example, the election coming up this fall, you'll hear pollsters talk about, you know, that this person's leading and this person's second and this person's third, and they're within a 2 or 3 or 4% margin of error. What if you dig into the numbers on those polls, what you'll find out is, so there's about 50 million Americans who can vote in a presidential election. And if they get about 1,800 responses that they feel are random responses, then they feel like that is a valid poll. So it's a fraction of the number of people that vote. Likewise, in my case, my understanding is there's well less than 1 million people in the United States who fished a tournament in the last 5 years. So my suspicion is a response of almost 200 people is a pretty accurate response of what's going on in the viewing public. Now, it's probably skewed a little bit because these are YouTube viewers, and maybe YouTube viewers don't view TV quite like some others do. But my bet is they probably are bigger viewers of TV because they're also going to YouTube to watch fishing. So here were my statistics. So again, we asked them, which would you watch first? Of the 190 people, 130 of them said they would watch a Bassmaster Elite Series tournament first. That's over 68% of them said they would watch an Elite Series first. Followed by Major League Fishing at 24%, with FLW only ringing in at 9% of the people would watch it first, okay? The one that really surprised me was I had 14 people between the age of 14 and 19 years old. And those 14 kids, if you will, responded 13 to bass, 1 to FLW, and 0 to Major League Fishing. I really thought the young guys would be the Major League Fishing audience. Even then, in the 20 to 29-year-olds, with 15 responders, 11 bass, 3 FLW, and 1 MLF. So of the 29 people under the age of 30 who responded, only one of them said they would watch Major League Fishing first. The demographic, this also really surprised me, that was most likely to watch Major League Fishing first was the 50 to 59-year-olds, my age, that 21 of them, there were 39 responders, 21 would watch BASS, 4 would watch FLW, and 14 would watch Major League Fishing first. That was the highest. So the highest responders as a percent were the 50 to 59, followed by the 40 to 49, followed by the 30 to 39. And then in the 60 plus and the people who had no age group, it was vastly heavy back towards BASS. Then the other thing I was curious about is, what do you not watch at all? So of the 190-ish people who said, I don't watch, there's something I don't ever watch, 12 of them said they would never watch BASS. That's 6%. 20% said they would never watch FLW. That's 37 of them at 20%. 47 people, a full quarter of the people who responded, said they would never watch Major League Fishing. That just really struck me as some crazy numbers. I appreciate you guys giving me the numbers and responding to me. If you didn't respond to that, feel free to respond below with your, what you would and would not watch, the order you would watch them in, and if there's anyone you wouldn't watch. But I really thought that Major League Fishing was grabbing the young people, and in fact, they're grabbing the 30 to 50-year-old, which, by the way, is, now I say that, across the board, bass still smashed them, right? So in those three groups, there were 53, 70, 74 who said they would watch bass first, and there were 34 who said they would watch Major League Fishing first. So bass still dominates, but of those groups, the ones that would be second watching Major League Fishing was the 30 to 59-year-olds. So thought that was interesting. So there you go. Thanks again for responding. I hope you enjoyed today's show, and we will see you guys this weekend on Toledo and also on Rayburn. So I'm looking forward to seeing everybody down there this weekend, and I'm having a great time doing this, and I hope you're enjoying watching me. Thanks, guys.
Hey folks, Brian O'Connor here, special guest host for Ken Smith Fishing. Ken's a bit indisposed at the time, diaper duty, maybe babysitting, whatever. You know, it's that special time of year when we've all got to think of that special person. Valentine's Day, and it's Valentine's Day, don't say Valentine's, she'll think you're an idiot. She did when she married you anyway, is right around the corner. So now's a special time to get her something that she'll enjoy for years to come, like a Valentine's Day red Rayburn 6-inch crankbait. Or maybe even a Valentine's Day red Ranger boat. A bouquet of red crankbaits. Don't forget that special person in your life.
Stacy, we know what Clint's getting you.
The day is coming.
That last message brought to you by husbandswhoforgetvalentines.com. That's our day on Toledo Bend. Not a lot of bites. Lake's still down a few feet. We did not see many fish get caught today. I don't think we saw a fish get caught.
No, I don't.
So Toledo is still tough unless you're out there, I guess, chasing schoolies with a spoon. This is the bad sign for how your day went. Buzzards on that side. Buzzards on that side. I just saw one look right at Brian and go,
What's that old song about clowns to the left of me and buzzards on the right? Here I'm with you.
stuck in the middle with you. Yes, I'm stuck in the middle with you. So this is going to be a public service announcement. I am going into Jack's 944, the ramp in the back of housing. And there's a marked boat lane through here. But it is not safe. And I've seen several guys run it today. And I'm going to show you. I'm going right down the middle of it. And just bear with me. I'm going to put this on fast forward, but it won't take long.